March Madness is big business. Television networks, retailers, Las Vegas sportsbooks all cheer the NCAA men's basketball tournament. March Madness grabs the attention of millions of Americans each year, contributing to the billion-dollar college sports industry. However, for many years, countless ethical issues have risen in the world of college basketball. A series of scandals involving players receiving improper benefits and coaches involved in recruiting violations have challenged the integrity of college athletics, leaving many to wonder if sports are compatible with the goals of higher education and leadership development. John Wooden is a legendary American college basketball coach who encouraged his players to develop their character strengths. He never mentioned winning, but his teams won more titles than any other in college basketball history. In 1973, he is on his way to winning his 7th straight national championship with the UCLA Bruins men's basketball team, until the university discovers a scandal just days before the game. Assistant coach Jerry Norman recruited freshman Gary Franklin using additional benefits not approved of by the school. This is a violation of codes of ethics of the NCAA and puts the championship game at stake for the entire team and questions the reputation of head coach Wooden. The assistant coach, Jerry Norman, violated NCAA ethical conduct rules when he knowingly altered an admissions form in an attempt to facilitate a student-athlete's admission into the university. He engaged in further unethical conduct when he acted without making the student-athlete aware of the situation and its consequences. NCAA Codes of Ethical Standards states that action is made effective immediately and holds the head coach in highest responsibility for unethical conduct performed by members of the team. The entire team is also questionable for play in any game, including postseason games. The athletic director of UCLA must make a decision on the status of the team and the ability to play in the championship game. Factors to consider include targeting who was fully aware of the situation as it happened, and should unawareness of the situation also hold players and team members responsible. Should the head coach be punished if his philosophy and way of action inspire the team and build leadership qualities and drive success, in spite of the assistant coach failing to uphold these personal standards? How would fans and stakeholders of the UCLA Bruins handle the situation if the head coach was fired for taking responsibility of misconduct that was not his doing? Would it be better to let the team play in the final game to prevent risk of upset and rebellion? The championship game would be placed on hold if the team was prevented from playing. Millions of dollars would be wasted on merchandise, advertising, and ticket sales if the game was postponed. The athletic director must decide if punishing the entire team, as recommended by the codes of ethics of the NCAA, would be the best for the situation, or should action be taken only against members of the team directly involved in the scandal. The rules state that the head coach accepts full responsibility for any misconduct that occurs on his team. The athletic director could look at the rules above the situational relevance and say that per violation of ethical codes, the rules would prevent the team from playing in the championship game. Aside from integrity and character, the athletic director could argue that the head coach had a higher duty to uphold rules and standards to guide the performance of the team. The athletic director also has the power to override the standards that the NCAA holds and say that this violation has situational relevance. Based off of the prior displays of morale and success of Coach Wooden, he should not be punished for the conduct performed by his assistant coach, and that the team should be allowed to play in the championship game to create the best situation possible in the end. To create the best situation in the end, Coach Wooden should be acknowledged for his leadership and virtues that he has displayed for the past 40 years in athletics. Virtue ethics states that character matters above all else. Living an ethical life requires developing and demonstrating the virtues of courage, compassion, wisdom, and temperance. It also requires the avoidance of vices like greed, jealousy, and selfishness. The fact that Coach Wooden is willing to put his reputation on the line to preserve his integrity and what he teaches to others embodies the essence of this situation and what decisions should be made. Wooden teaches others that they should be more interested in character than reputation, and it is his character that makes him great and his teams great.